October 8th, 2024. Here we are. I was playing with the name, maybe classroom coaching or whiteboard wisdom, something like that. You let me know. But we are here because I am talking about why we fail and the formula for success. You ready for this? Because I love this lesson. This is stuff that gets me fired up. It gets me fired up. So the first thing we need to do is figure out the definition of what we're talking about. Because if you remember, I did mention this before, but language, okay? Language has meaning, right? We assign that meaning to language, but it's important that we know what we're saying and we know what it means, right? Because the meaning stirs up emotion in us, and then that emotion leads to action or inaction, okay? So the language we use is super important, and definitely for me, as I'm making these videos, because I'm honestly, this is at the beginning of my journey here. So a lot of these videos are mostly for myself as I'm processing, because I know a lot of people aren't going to watch them, but that's okay. You're here, and I'm thankful that you're here. And I'm reminding you as well as myself that the language I use every day in every situation will have meaning. And that meaning oftentimes stems from our life experiences, right? And so that's what we attach to the language we use. And then all of a sudden, the meaning stirs up my emotions, and it will lead me to taking action or not taking action, which is action in itself. Okay, so with that being said, what is success? What is it? So many definitions, right? Okay, I'm not gonna give you a new definition. I'm actually gonna take a very old definition from a very wise man, Earl Nightingale. Earl Nightingale, I love this definition. Listen closely. He says, success is the progressive realization, I'm gonna say that again, progressive realization of a worthy ideal. Say it one more time. The progressive realization of a worthy ideal. That's fancy talk for steps toward my goal. Okay, that's simple plain language right there. Steps toward my goal. Okay, so progressive realization of a worthy ideal. I love this definition. Here's why. This definition does not mean achieving the goal. No, it does not. It does not. And so if the meaning I attach to success is achieving my goal, how often will I be a failure? Hint, hint. Right? How often, if I'm going for a goal and I miss it, I'm immediately a failure because of the meaning that I attach to this word success. But if my definition of success is steps toward my goal, the progressive realization of my worthy ideal of what I want to achieve, if every day I am doing something that brings me closer to what I'm trying to do, trying to discover, trying to bring to the world, whatever it is, if every day I'm doing something that either gets me closer or becomes a learning opportunity for then me to continue to progress towards my goal, I'm a success and I am successful. And how much more action will I take because I feel successful every time I move toward my goal? Because that's the meaning of success. I'm being successful every single day. For example, I have a big dream right now of scaling business and creating online businesses, helping other people create businesses, going in different areas. I have like so many different things that I'm like, yeah, that would be so much fun. Like I would love to do this and this and this. And I would love to be financially set in all of those areas, right? Or let's just put a number on it. Like, I want to be generating $1 million a year or $10 million a year or whatever it is. And I think the important thing when you talk about money like that is why, right? Because I'm helping so many other people achieve their goal, right? So I'm bringing what I got to other people that's helping them achieve their goal, right? And in the process, I'm making some money with it, right? So it doesn't matter that I'm not making $1 million a year yet. What matters is that every day I take one step closer to doing that. And that makes me successful, and that gives me momentum because I start feeling like I'm successful, so I take more action. It's a crazy cycle. Okay, that was a long-winded explanation, but I really wanted to get success in, and I wanted that to be a very important part. And if you got nothing else from this video, defining success in this way is massively powerful. Okay, so then what is failure, right? Or fail, or to fail, or what is failure? And that is an equally important definition, because in the past for myself, I've equated failure with not achieving my goal. Who else has done that? I didn't hit my goal, so therefore I failed. Yes? Yes. And it is, I think that is a bad way to look at it. But what if we looked at it is the inverse of this one, right? So in other words, when I fail, it's not because I didn't get my goal. I didn't, obviously, but more so when I failed, it's because I stopped moving towards my goal. Then I consider that a failure because I stopped moving towards my goal. You know what that does? Right there, if you define failure in that way, when you say I failed because I stopped pursuing that goal, because I stopped moving towards it. So in that area, I failed. What that does is it gives you 100% of the responsibility. And I sign it like this because this is like taking the burden and putting it on your shoulders, right? If you're like, I failed because of this and that and this and that and this and that, what you're doing is whoosh, and you're trying to get rid of all of that responsibility. You're like, I don't want it. Because if I failed because of all them, then it's not my fault, right? But here's the power. When you accept that responsibility, you take power back for your life because you just said, I stopped moving toward my goal. That means I can start again, or I can choose a different goal and I can start moving toward it and become successful. You guys are grasping the power of the language to the meaning, to the emotion, and to the action. Like that concept is massively powerful. It's doing, I'm gonna say it's a paradigm shift, but it's like rewiring your brain for success, rewiring your brain to achieve what you want to achieve just by understanding this type of thing. I mean, you could take it in a fitness sense, okay? In a fitness sense. And let's say like I have a goal, my worthy ideal is maybe to be a certain weight, which I don't think is very healthy. I think what you should aim for is a certain, like you want your body to be a certain way, okay? Because sometimes weight is a little bit arbitrary because muscle weighs more than fat, and sometimes you lose the fat, but you gain some muscle and you weigh the same or something like that. So, so maybe you have a worthy idea. You're like, this is what I envision my life to be, fitness-wise, right? And if you're, and maybe it is to also include lose 20 pounds of fat, right? And let's say you get there, but you're stalled at 15 pounds. Okay, you are being successful because you keep trying. Maybe at 15 pounds of fat loss, you're like, I got 5 more to lose. And it's been 3 months and I've tried different thing after different thing after different thing. I'm in amazing shape right now. I'm running, I'm lifting, I'm doing my stuff, but that extra 5 pounds doesn't seem to come off. So at that point, you have to say, am I being successful because now I'm maintaining a healthy lifestyle? Or should I shift my goal? That doesn't make you a failure, like shift it. I mean, am I happy with where I'm at? Maybe you need to shift to the goal. All right, that last little bit, I'm gonna cut it all out, cut out all that fitness crap because I just went down a rabbit hole. Don't need to do that. Okay. So we're defining success, we're defining failure. So once we've defined success and failure, the next step is the formula or the science of achievement, the formula for success. And I wish I could take credit for this, but I'm nowhere near that smart. So I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. I got this stuff from Tony Robbins, who is phenomenal, okay? And this is such a simple formula that you truly have to grasp it in its simplicity, okay? And if you do that, and you work the formula, you will get amazing results. Now, here's the thing. I love that he calls it the science of achievement, right? Or the formula for success. Because what is science? What is a formula? And I was thinking about this, like imagine this. If I'm saying, if I want to make a little, volcano with vinegar and baking soda, make it explode, right? And I'm like, okay, I want the explosion, my lava, to come up exactly 8 inches from the top of the volcano. I do experiment after experiment after experiment, and I finally figure out the exact ratio of baking soda to vinegar that I need to put in there to get the exact height that I want of explosion. Okay? I figured that out. And then I tell you, here's the formula. You want this size tube inside your volcano, you want this much baking soda and this much vinegar. You want to put them in just like this. And if you do the exact same thing, you will get an 8-inch spout of lava. That's a formula. Right? I have it here part by part. I give it to you. You do it and you get the same result or very, very, very similar. Right? That is a formula. So think about it. This was coming out, the formula for success, right? The science of it. It means it's here. If you follow it, you're going to get a similar result as the people that you want to model. So the first thing is this, and this is super important. You have to, number one, actually I'm going to erase this. Number one, you have to know what you want. That's very, very, very important. You need to know the worthy ideal that you want to go towards. And you have to be specific as possible with that. The more specific you can get, the more laser focused you can get on what you are trying to achieve, the better you're going to be to get there. Okay? And if you're like, I don't know exactly, or it's hard for me to put it down, you should go to Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. Thank you, I can say that. And I believe it's under definiteness of purpose or definite chief aim in life. And he's got a little script there. You can use it, you can follow it, and it is actually fantastic to help you define your goal, define what you're gonna do to get your goal, and when you want to achieve that goal. And that's fine. Like, that's a great starting point. First, you have to know what you want. Okay, great. Then you have to make a plan. Yeah, make a plan. And this is where I've gotten stuck in the past because I'm like, well, I don't know how to do it. Like, I want to do this thing, but I just don't know how to do it. All right, there's two things. First of all, you're taking that burden off of yourself. You're not assuming any responsibility. You're saying, I don't have the resources to do that. And here's what Tony Robbins would say. It's never a matter of resources. It's not about a lack of resources. It's about a lack of resourcefulness. People that want to do something bad enough figure out how to get it done. You don't need to know everything about it. You don't need to have all the knowledge or the skill, but you have to figure out and be creative in your own mind, figure out a way to get there. Here's the simplest way, though, to go about making a plan. Maybe you lack creativity in that way. Here's what it is. Find someone who did what you want to do. Unless you're like an Elon Musk that wants to revolutionize industries, make something out of nothing, or a Steve Jobs, in which case you would not lack creativity. But if you want to do pretty much anything else, find someone who's done what you want to do and start modeling what they did. Just make a plan. Even if your plan is to find out what to do next, that's okay. That's still a plan. Okay? Make a plan. Can you guess number 3? You know what you want. You made a plan. What do you got to do next? That's right. Take action. Why did I leave a space in here? Because there's a very important word that probably most people do not consider when they think take action. And this is it. I wish I left a bigger space, but it's take massive action. Massive action. This is a key ingredient here. Massive action builds momentum. Momentum stirs up the emotion that you're feeling successful.
Isaiah Beam, please come to the office. Isaiah Beam, to the office.
Stirs up the emotion that will get you to take more action towards your goal. All right? If you just take a little bit of action, I can promise you don't have the momentum, you won't stir up enough emotion, and it's going to fizzle out. So you need to take massive action. And this is the challenging part. This is the hard part. You take massive action for an extended period of time. Not 1 hour, 1 day. Like for a while. You take massive action. You make this what you want, your main focus, and your action has to go toward, most of your action has to go towards that focus for a while. There's no set time. A while. Okay? All right. So you know what you want. You made a plan and then you took action. Great. You know what you get from that? You're going to get results. Yes. You're going to get something. Something's going to come out of it. It might be good and it might be bad. You're going to get something though out of it. Now, are they your desire? Is it your desired outcome? Your desired results? My guess is probably not the first go round. But that's okay because you're going to then adjust the plan. Yeah. So you're going to see what you got, and then you're going to adjust your plan, and you're going to take more action. What kind of action? Massive action. That's right. Continue to take massive action. Yes, super, super important. Take massive action again. Yes. The last step is simply to repeat these two steps over and over again. You are going to take action, massive action, intensely focused action. You are going to get a result. You're going to see that result and you say, is that result what I wanted? If it's not, okay, let me adjust and change, and I'm going to take more action, but a slightly different way. Right? How's the old saying go? If you do what you've always done, you're going to get what you've always gotten. All right? You have to change it up. You have to change your plan and take action on the new plan. And it's okay if it doesn't work right away. If you don't obtain your desired result, that's fine. Adjust the plan and keep going. And keep repeating. How many times? As long as it takes. You want to keep adjusting your plan and keep taking massive action until what you get back is your goal, your worthy ideal. You guys, that's it. It's not hard. 6, 7 steps if you count this as 2. All right, to the formula for success. No matter what you're trying to be successful in, it's simple. Know what you want. Make a plan. Take massive action. See what you get. Adjust your plan. Take more massive action. And keep repeating those last 2 until you actually attain your results. Until you reach your worthy ideal. But here is the magic, you guys. This is the cool thing that I'm going to come back to what I started with. That in doing this process, you are successful. Regardless if you ever actually hit this goal. You're already successful because you are taking progressive steps. You're taking progressive realization towards your worthy ideal. Whatever your goal is that you are working hard to get to every day, you are successful. And if you keep that mindset in, that just because I haven't hit it yet, just because I haven't reached that goal yet, I'm taking steps every day and therefore I am being successful. Oh, you guys, it's massively powerful if you think about it. Okay, it's massively powerful. This part gives you the mindset to continue through this part. Don't go through these first three steps where you took some action and then you got a result and you stopped on 4. You have to adjust the plan and take action again. Yes, you guys, it's so good. It's so good. Anyway, I hope that this classroom coaching is good for you, that you liked it. It definitely was good for me. I get hyped, I get jazzed about this, and it reminds me every single day that I need to watch what I say and be careful with the meaning I assign to things. And have a worthy ideal that I'm constantly pushing towards. Because if I feel like successful, I have joy and happiness inside of me. And if I have joy and happiness inside of me, it spills out to other people. And I don't want to be a light in the world. I don't want to bring darkness where I go. All right, that's it. See you tomorrow.